Alright, welcome back to another video. It's Tuesday. If you recall in yesterday's video, our TMR broke. The gearbox is having some troubles, so I'm just going to show you how we feed now without a TMR. These are the weaned calves. Instead of getting TMR in those tires, we're just giving them bales, silage bales, and some hay. I mean, that's what they're gonna have to deal with until we get our TMR fixed. It's not too bad of a, it's not too big of a deal, but we still gotta get it fixed. We're still drying off the cows, so they're still getting just hay. Until they're dried off, we're gonna keep feeding them hay. But once they're fully dried off, we'll start feeding them corn silage, so we'll need the TMR back. I looked at the TMR a little bit more today with the idea of taking it out or taking the top off, but with the adapter plate and the new generation gearbox, we actually have to take the whole gearbox out because the cone can't come off because it's touching the bottom floor of the TMR, so we have to take the whole thing out and then split it in half and then go up underneath the cone, and just 2 taper bearings and a couple things we gotta probably change. So it's turning out to be a bigger operation than we thought, but I think we'll still be able to get it done. It's just a matter of getting the parts. All right, so we're done feeding down here. Well, the bolts are out. I was thinking for sure we had to take it out, but is this ring's holding it on or something?
That's the gearbox.
Yeah.
That's the ring. That's the top end.
Got a fair bit of tension on it already. Alright, before I get too far without filming anything, we're draining the oil out of it, and we're gonna be dropping the whole gearbox down. We have to take this support and the PTO, front PTO off. Then we're gonna go from the inside with the come along. We're gonna, well, basically keep it like that. Unscrew the bolts, holding it into the TMR. I'm gonna unbolt these, and then we're gonna lower the whole thing down, just because we can't seem to get that top cone off somehow. I think it's, I don't know, something with the plate is holding it on, so we're gonna drop the whole thing. Gonna get these nasty bolts off. All right, so we got most of the bolts out. Just got a couple left. So all the bolts are out. Now we're just loosening the jack. Yeah, there we go. We're thinking, we're not sure if it's gonna fit through that hole because they kind of welded in the plate as they put it in, so we'll see. It doesn't really have to come all the way out.
Why?
Because, I guess, yeah. Well, we could disassemble it here. You want me to? I think I gotta put blocks underneath it.
I gotta move it this way so I can put, because there's two notches for the chain to go through.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
It's never gonna fit. That's what I said. I'm gonna put some blocks here because we have to take the top off. So if we put it on,
that whole gearbox out, then we're gonna work on it there.
well, we can do it under here too.
We're not working underneath here. No fucking.
Oh, come on. All right, so I'll just put blocks so you can readjust it.
Wait, I'm gonna do one side. Look, one side's gonna come out. The other side's gonna fall. Wait.
No, it's hung up now.
Stop pulling the air.
Well, they're about 2 inches from the ground. It's through. It's through there. On here too. All right, it's touching here. Okay, just wait. You're hitting the axle, the plate under the axle. It's hung up. All right, it's out on the ground. It's gonna take the vent off before I forget. And then we're gonna have to muscle it out of here. Should have done that at the beginning. Oh, you were gonna put this underneath it, but it's too high. We'd have to jack it up, but I don't think it's too heavy. All right, so it's out. It turns out this piece was connected to this piece, so we were just trying to pull this apart, thinking these bolts hold this in, but it's all underneath. So good thing we did that, otherwise we would have been pulling for nothing. Bolts are coming out like they came out before. That's probably the heaviest part of the whole thing.
Here, moving.
Yeah, now we should just put it back underneath and use the chain block to lift it.
No.
We need a tractor. So this is probably the heaviest part. And assuming, yeah, it should come out now. I haven't figured out what these are for. Well, they're oil plugs, but I don't know what these ones are for. All right, so this is out. Everything's cleaned up. We're gonna back this TMR tractor out. I'm gonna open the door. Now we're gonna come with the loader and try to separate the two by picking it up. It's gonna get the door. Likes to smoke a little bit. Alright, we're all hooked up. I'm gonna try separating with the loader. Hopefully it works.
Drop.
Oh, it's a planetary.
Planetary.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh.
They lift a little more.
Yep.
Like from the diagram we saw. How heavy is that?
This, that's probably pretty heavy, and I don't want to. That's like 500 pounds.
Because then we have to flip it over, and there's a snap ring underneath there.
Oh, they'll take the.
That takes the thing out.
Yeah, sure.
But we're gonna put it on a table.
I'll move it over.
Want to bring the welding table?
Where's that rolly table that we had?
Oh, over there.
Gotta chuck that in the scrap pile. We don't need that anymore. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna come back in. We're gonna put it on the welding table so we can dismantle it. That bottom half is good. It's just that bottom piece. That top half is the problem. And it's about 500 pounds, I'd say. It's pretty heavy. I'm going to try to get it on the table without hitting anything. Alright, now it's on the workbench. We can work on it. We can also clean up underneath the table. We didn't realize how dirty it was. So this oil is really old. Should have been changed a long time ago. But I'm thinking this should be fine. This I don't even know what this thing is. It's a tapered bushing, I guess. This is the planetary. The gears are still good. But there's a lot of crap in it. So I don't know. There's a big nut we gotta take off, and then there's a tapered, huge bearing. And then we can take the top off.
There's 2 tons of force on there this morning.
Yeah. So this part will separate after we get that out, hopefully.
Alright, you're coming.
Didn't seem like it was too tight.
I need a longer punch.
I'm sure there's some sort of fancy socket for that we don't have. I don't know if those things are done or not. That is not a chisel, Devin. Well, there's a socket for it. Alright, we ended up taking off this big ring gear. The long dowel goes inside, the short one goes on the outside. And now we're just trying to turn this big ass gear, or this big ass nut. All right, it came out pretty quick when it did anyways. So we got this first gear, our first bearing, and then we got the top bearing. So this is our culprit, I believe, that's worn out. There's lots of grease, but that's from yesterday when we greased it. I blew out a seal there, so there's a grease seal that has to be replaced. And I believe this is some sort of...
That's the shaft.
Is it just a shaft, or is it a collar, like a...
It's a machine shaft.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna take this off and clean it up and see if it's worn out. But we're pretty sure it is.
come off all of a sudden? What the hell? What's up here? What's up here? Yeah, it's
No, that's still good.
bam, right here at Gearbox.
Done.
Carnage.
Imagine having one of those big ball bearings. Look at the size of that shaft.
Shotgun slug.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Yeah, so if that falls
that's
into
the
the
race
bottom.
there. Look at the race. There's a lip in it. That's not supposed to be a lip in there. See that?
No, that's the bearing.
Yeah, but there's a lip in it.
Yeah, that's where it sits in.
Hey, look at that one. There's no lip in it. Oh no, that's where it sits.
No,
in. Okay,
it didn't fall apart yet.
No,
Yeah.
okay. I thought that was just worn out.
No, worn out in the shaft. That would suck.
We're gonna weld a bead on here so we can pop that off. Gonna need a welder.
Here, I'll do you the deed of.
No, you weld on that. Burn it off.
You take put all that grease in yesterday.
Okay. Tube of grease gone.
Yeah. Fuck. He's just welding on the race so it pulls together and you can bang it out better. Everything is full of oil. Oily grease, greasy oil.
I don't think it's gonna come up. It's a bad angle.
Almost out. There. The race is out and the seals are out.
This one here.
That's the big one, little one. And now we gotta get this big race out. Well, it's the second smallest actually. That's a massive race. I've never seen a race that big. $100 just for the race. All right, bang, bang. Now that you're gonna have a lip, you're gonna have to try not to hit. Ah, easy. Yeah, it's almost out. There. Order some parts now. 30219 LYC. So that's the little one.
This big one.
And then the top one would be on this. No, this is the race you just pushed
That's
out. Okay, yeah.
This is what it is.
So there's no number on that.
The number will be
No,
inside
it's
there.
going to be on there. Yeah, exactly.
On the bearing, yes, sir.
Get that race off. All right, so that's all taken apart. Devin's just trying to get the last race off the shaft, off the main shaft. So we're gonna be ordering parts, seeing what they cost, and then we'll be putting it all back together. As for now, I gotta start looking at this coverall because there's a lot of stuff. All right, we're gonna head up to the neighbor's, pour his torch, cut that off.
You gotta go down
Finally
more.
learned.
Yeah, I was about to say, you need to fucking put this hot. There.
Oh, see? Fuck. I hate this fucking table. Fucking.
It's hot.
This falls off.
There.
Fuck.
Worn
At
out.
the beginning.
My relative magnifier would have.
It's a lot of metal.
It's a thick race, Chris.
All right, so that race is off. That's done. Everything's done. We just got to order parts now. All right, well, thanks for watching. It was a pretty interesting day learning how all this stuff works. Till tomorrow, I guess. We'll start ordering some parts and put it all back together.